guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and this is Bare Budgets 96. First of all, apologies that I was gone so long. I did not intend to be gone 6 months. Life just started lifing and I just lost track of budgeting, lost track of time. Definitely lost track of budgeting. Racked up some pretty decent credit card balances that I now need to buckle down and figure out how I'm going to pay off. So yeah, we're here. This is my August 1st paycheck. Excuse me, my first paycheck of August that we're going to be budgeting here. I apologize for the dark background. It's not intentional. I'm filming this late at night and I had to change my setup a little bit. Just with some things that were going on, so I will try to have more light in the future, but as I'm writing on my iPad, which is brightly lit, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. If it is an issue, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, I guess. But basically, yeah, paycheck, August paycheck number 1. So this is going to span from August 3rd through August 9th. Is when this is going to go for. This budget kit is from Danny over at Craftco Budgets. I believe it's available on her Etsy. I purchased it from her at some point in the past. So, okay, so paycheck. So I got paid $625 for this week. You know what? Actually, are you going to be able to see my calculator? You are not. I can't really fix that. Hold on just a minute. Maybe I can. Okay, it is in frame. I don't know if you can actually see it. I did turn on every possible light that I can at this moment in time. And I don't think my camera has a flash. I mean, it might, but I don't think it can like turn on for videos. So, apologies. This first video is just going to be like this. If you can't see the calculator, I'm sorry. I will try to figure it out future. Basically what I'm going to try and do is not film it at 10 p.m. at night because the area I'm in does have a lot of natural light, but the actual like lights in my apartment are not set up well for filming in this area, which means I might have to consider other alternatives. Anyway, not the point right now. Paycheck was $625. We are not working with any plasma or miscellaneous money this week. So we do just have $625 that we are working with. So we're going to start out here with expenses. Rent. I actually don't remember what I need to put aside for rent. It's been literally, I haven't done any budgeting at all since February. So, okay. It's $1,200 divided by 4 paychecks. Means I need to put aside $300 a paycheck just for rent. That does include the majority of my utilities and my internet. My OPPD bill, that's my electric bill. I do budget $100 for that every month. Except this is one paycheck of the month, so instead of $100, we're going to do $25 every week. Monthly subscriptions. I just figured it out, and it's like $72 a month divided by 4 paychecks means I need to put in $18 every week. Yearly subscriptions, I put in $40 a week. I think that's overfunding it. But I also, so I did all the calculations. We're going to do digital budgeting for a while. I know I was doing, if you were watching my videos previously, I know I was doing it in a physical notebook. I am, just for sake of convenience at this moment in time as I get my swing back, we are going to be switching back to a budget planner and doing it here. I did earlier go through and write out all of my bills and my paydays on a calendar. So August, all these green dots are when I get paid. All the red are bills or auto drafts that are coming out. So they're not all bills because like I have when I'm contributing to my Roth IRA on here. So it's not all bills, but it is whenever something is auto drafting from, it's majority bills. So I did figure out that all of my monthly subs equal 72. I did also write out all of my yearly subs, and I think I'm missing one, and I or two, and I just don't remember what they possibly could be. Because I had Audible. This started out as just Audible and YouTube, because those are the only two like entertainment subscriptions that I do, and I pay for the yearly one. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry, I needed to shift. So I pay for the yearly membership because it is a little bit cheaper. So it started out as YouTube and Audible, which YouTube after tax is about $150 a year. Audible after tax I figured out was about $250 a year, so that's $400. Now, I also included my car insurance in this. So if you were with me previously, car insurance was a separate line item. It's no longer a separate line item. It's now included in my yearly subscriptions because I did switch my car insurance provider. My previous provider used to do absolutely zero discounts for paying at 6-month increments. So, and actually it was like 50 cents more expensive to pay it in 6-month increments. So I was like, well, I'm not going to pay more. Like that just doesn't make sense. So I used to do that monthly, and it used to be a separate line item. Now, because I am paying it every 6 months, it comes out to about, hold on, I don't remember what I paid for it last time, and I don't think my renewal is available yet. I guess I could log in and look. Sorry, I'm just looking. Billing and payments. Upcoming payments. It's paid in full. Billing activity. Okay, so I started in March, and it was $194. Now I'm expecting that to go up a good chunk because I'm doing like the drive safe and save thing, and it doesn't like how I drive, which is very annoying. Because I'm not a bad driver. I do have moments, of course, but like if a light turns yellow. So there are multiple streets in my area where the speed limit is 55 miles an hour. If I'm going 55 miles an hour and the light turns yellow, I might have to step hard on my brakes to brake at appropriate times. And it really hates when I hard brake. That's what it always gets me for. It's never anything else. It's always hard brakes. And it beeps at me. Oh, it's so annoying. So, yeah, it really doesn't like my hard brakes. But they're not always controllable, which I find to be very frustrating. Anyway, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September, March, April, May, June, July, August, September is when it renews. I'm planning on like $300, but this is yearly subs, right? So $600, I guess. That I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but anyway, 400 plus 600. So for those alone, it's $1,000 I need to save a year. And then I also have a Costco membership that has a yearly fee, so I'll just throw that one in there too because this is yearly subs. And Aura Ring. I have an Aura Ring, so that's $70 a year subscription. And then, oh hey, why did you not 1,000 plus 65 plus 70? I just feel like I'm missing something else, but I can't for the life of me because I just can't for the life of me think of what it would be. Like car registration, I save for in my car sinking fund. Bentley's like pet registration, I save for in my in her fund. I just feel like there's something else that I pay for yearly. But anyway, so I might have to readjust this number at a later time. But for right now, I need to save $1,135 a year. And we're just going to divide that by 12 just for what I need a month. So I need to save $95 a month. We'll just go ahead and $95 a month. Hold on. Let's 1135. Let's just be smart about that and divide it by 52. So that means I need to save. I'm really confused by this number. It says I need to save $22 a week, but I've been saving 40 and feel like that's cutting it so close. What else could I possibly have been? I'm nervous. I feel like I'm forgetting something and I just don't know what it could be. We're gonna err on the side of caution here and save $40. I know that was a lot of me jibber jabbering only to completely disregard my number. I just feel like I'm forgetting something very important. So once it's fully funded, we might cut back, but for now we're gonna put $40 in there a week. So for my overall expenses, trying to think. I think that's my overall expenses. So I have 300 plus 25 plus 18 plus 40 plus 40. So that is $423 going in my weekly expenses. So 625 minus 423 is $202 left over. Up next, we have, we're actually going to come back to these in just a second. We're going to pop over to debt and savings. I'm skipping credit card for right now because I want to just take a peek at what I have left. But I'm going to throw 25 into CD Ladder because for a little over a year now, I have put $100 into a CD every single month. And we are on track to, we've officially hit our year mark. And then there were a couple months earlier this year. Like I think I started it in it was either March or April last year. I want to say it was March. So like January and February, I didn't have anything in those. So I put in $200 in January and $200 in February. And then March, I did front $200 because my March one that I initiated, I think I put in like March 20th. And so like I was waiting for that to pay back. But anyway, so I've successfully managed to put in $100 to a CD every single month. I know most people have backed away from the CD ladders. I still love the idea. I think it's a really good idea for some kind of an emergency fund. Like I have a separate emergency fund that I'm working on, but I really like the idea of like something that's a little bit more locked away. That I'm slowly working on building. So I am still working on the CD ladder and want to keep up with my $100 a month. Now I'm debating next year. It's a little early to get into next year already because we still have like 4 months of the year left, but I am debating on if I want to contribute another $100 every month next year or if I want to maybe focus this $100 towards a different goal, but with the goal of still keeping $200 in every CD. But that's a November, December Erin problem. So $25 going into my CD ladder every week. That was so long-winded. I'm so sorry. Groceries. Plus 25. Okay, so we have $177 left to work with. What do I want to put in groceries? Let's do... I usually do 50. However, I think we're going to bump it up to 75 just because At one point in time, I had a really large grocery buffer, like almost $500, that I set aside for like things like going to Costco, or if my pantry was completely empty and I just, needed to completely restock it. And I have a good chunk of food, but I'm think budgeting 75 would allow for rollover for me to slowly working on building up that buffer again. And there's a couple things that I want at Costco, and I feel like I never get out of Costco with less than $75. I think we're gonna do 75. Okay, so then we're left with $102 left. So gas is gonna get, I have been doing $40. However, I'm finally working from home again, which thank God, because when I wasn't, I was literally having to fill up my tank every single week. And not even that I live that far from my physical office. It's just like with traffic and everything. And my car, you guys, my car is so old it can legally vote now. Which is, I mean, it's fine. It's still kicking. It's only got like 135,000 miles, something like that on it. It's very, for what it is, it's very low mileage. And I just can't justify, especially with my finances right now, I can't justify having like purchasing a new car when I can't pay cash for it, and the car I have now is running, even though I hate the car so much. But yeah, anyway, so now that I'm no longer going in office, I don't have to fill up every week. So it's probably more like every 2 weeks. So let's do, let's do like 25, I guess. Plus 25, so we have $77 left over. And then there used to be $50 in each of these categories, and there is not any longer. What did I say we have left? We have 77. Let's do 5 in each of them. That's not going to allow me to actually buy anything this week. However, it'll allow me to start building them back up. So that's $115 into here, right? 75 plus 25 is 100. 5, 10, 15. Okay. So 202 minus 115. Hold on. 202 minus 115. What did I do? 202 minus 115. Should be $87 left. Okay. And then now onto my sinking funds. Now I did write out all of my sinking funds. However, we're obviously not going to stuff all of them because realistically I only have $62 left once I account for my CD ladder. So we're gonna put 10 into car, and I don't know. Let's do 5 into new phone, which is not a priority except that I am going to be buying a new phone this fall. I am like 99.9% certain I'm buying a new phone this fall, so I'd like to have enough saved up for it. I think I'm almost there or really close because I have redeemed like, it's either like $450 or like $550 in Apple gift cards because I'm gonna buy the new iPhone that comes out most likely. I have either, I don't remember if it's $450 or $550 in Apple gift cards that I've redeemed just from credit card points. And then I think it's like $900 in my high yield dedicated to new phone. So I'm either like super close or I'm right there for new phone. So I just want to keep saving that. And that it says new phone, but really it's an electronics category. So if needed, like if my laptop crapped out and I needed a new one, I would probably put this money towards a laptop instead. And just do a battery replacement. Because at the very least, I need to do the battery replacement on my phone. Because I've had to charge this thing 3 times today. 3 times. Okay, sorry, focus kid. $47 left. Let's put $5 into vet. Let's do 20 into Christmas. Left with 22 left. Let's do let's do 10 into medical, and let's put the remaining 12, because I think there's 12 left. Yeah, let's put the remaining 12 into hair. Okay, so that means 5, 15, 20, 40, 50, 62 in this one. And so for savings, we're only doing 25 this week. So that should be $0 left over. Let's just make sure I did that right. So we started the day with 625 minus 423 minus 115 minus 62 minus 25 is $0 left over. I don't think you can see that. There it is, $0 left over. So that is, excuse me, our zero-based budget. Just gonna write it down here. 25, 423, 115. Was it 62? Yeah, 62 and 25. And that is that all figured out. Let's... How long is this video? Oh, it says it's like 23 minutes, but I have to cut a decent chunk of it out. If you want to stop here, first of all, thank you for joining back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me, by the way. Like I said, it was not an intentional ghosting. It was just, there was so much going on in my life at the time. First, it was being back in an office and like such a commute, because I was adding, it was like a 45-minute commute, so that was an additional hour and a half onto my day, which when my commute, well, first of all, when I was used to working from home, and then when I was back in office, when my commute was 10 minutes, so 20 minutes a day, going to an hour and a half a day is kind of a giant jump. And then it was just kind of a really bad time in my life friends-wise. One of my best friends, she was going through a really rough patch at the time. She was fired from one of her jobs. A job that she absolutely adored, that she literally only did for fun, by the way. And she had worked there for 17 years. Like, she literally worked there since she was in high school. That's how long she'd worked at that job. So she was let go from there, and then her uncle died after a really bad car accident, and then her dad was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I don't remember what kind of cancer, which probably makes me a really crappy friend, but this was back in February, and it just hasn't been a priority recently. So that was going on, and I was just trying my best to be there for her. I was going over to her house. I was making her and her husband meals. I was cleaning for them. I was being a shoulder to cry on. I was doing anything I could for them at the time. And then one of my other best friends, her husband was in the hospital for a week in the ICU. So I was doing everything for her family that I could. I was watching her kiddos. I was taking them food. I was cleaning for them. I was, doing whatever I could for them. And then my own life kind of went awry. Nowhere near as severe. It's been a lot, and it's kind of been like back to back to back to back to back. And then next thing I knew, I blinked and it was July. And honestly, July has been just as crazy, just in a different way. June and July both. Everyone on my mom's side has a June or July birthday. And then also her family's decided to do 2 reunions this year. One for her mom's family and then one for her dad's family. And so that was busy, and it's been a lot going on. I'm back. Yeah, that's where we're at basically. Like I said, I did not mean to be gone that long, but to everyone who reached out to me, thank you so much. I'm so sorry I went completely AWOL. It was, like I said, it was not intentional. Didn't mean to disappear. Didn't mean to stop watching everyone's videos. I've been slowly trying to catch up on them. So I try not to comment on old videos from people, just because if I comment on something you said in the video from 4 months ago, you probably don't remember specifically what you said in that video from 4 months ago, unless it was like a big life-changing event. So anyway, I try not to comment on old videos. So if you do, I commented on Laura from Laura Bell Creations video the other day, because she had called me out for not commenting on how well she was doing with the Wicked Minute to Win It challenge. And it wasn't intentional. It was just because I hadn't been watching anybody's videos. And so I did comment on that. I was like, LOL, I don't usually comment on old videos, and I'm finally catching up 4 months late, but anyway, so that was kind of fun. But slowly catching up on everyone's. I'm caught up on Lily budgets. I'm catching up on Laura Bell. But I kind of try and do them one at a time, just to kind of keep everyone's lives straight. So, if I routinely comment on your videos and you watch mine, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I am trying to catch up. It's just gonna be a minute. Okay, yep, all of that. So basically, I'm gonna sign off now. We will be back to do an actual cash stuffing. With real legit cash. I know if you saw me in the past, I did do mostly prop bills, because at that time I was doing all of my budgeting online, but with the amount of money I've put on my credit card recently, what I need to do is just go back to cash, because this cash method, this budget by paycheck, zero-based budget, cash stuffing method did help me pay off $15,000 worth of credit card debt, and I only switched to the digital budgeting when I felt like I had a handle on it, and I just let life get me back into some bad habits. So in order to break that, we are switching back to cash. So I will go and I will withdraw all of this money from the bank tomorrow. You will see me hopefully cash stuff all of it. I might have to locate some things because I had to reset up my workstation for working remote again, and I had to relocate some things, and by some things I mean all my things. So yeah, that video could be a bit of a mess, but anyway, at the very least I'm gonna cash stuff my wallet because I need cash to do my daily all the things. So we're gonna break some of these down. Am I gonna do all these? Nope. Okay, so this is a cash breakdown slip. I am going to fill this off fill this out off camera. Maybe in the future I'll fill it out on camera, but yeah, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, please please just let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Literally, this was such a ramble. It was not intentional, and apologies, oh my god, I apologize for the lighting in the video. I very much appreciate you guys, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope that you have a great start to your week. If you're watching this on Monday, I'm hoping I'm posting it on Monday. I'm filming it Sunday night at 10:18 p.m. So I'm hoping to get this posted for tonight to like go live tomorrow, but we'll have to see. But anyway, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will hope to catch you in my next one. Bye.